Hello everyone, welcome to the 26th tutorial in this series of Complete Guide to React.js. In this tutorial we are going to see how to use the functional components at the place of rendering as we discussed in the previous tutorial. So at first what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a new file over here and I'm just going to mention it as student components.js and I'm just going to hit enter and it has created a new components for me. So over here, I'm just going to give RSF, which is nothing but this is a code snippet that would generate a functional components. So RSF and click on enter or either tab, it would create a student components for you. So let me tell what is my idea is right now. So right now, this is a student component. I'm going to segregate rendering logic with whatever that is getting displayed in the browser. So hence what I'm going to do is I'm going to write h1 tag, whatever the contents I have stored in the previous tutorial. I can just do a copy paste because I'm just a lazy guy. And over here h1 is there, right? So this entire code logic, I'm just going to copy it and paste it over here. So instead of stud.name, so I'm going to pass it as a props. And I'm just going to mention it as props.name, props.id, and props.skill. So make sure that whatever that your property that you are passing, that name and everything, that should be in line. So even if it is a case, if it is capital, any letter is capital over here, it won't render anything. So we have created the functional components over here. So we are going to use the rendering logic. So instead of writing the logic over there, I'm going to do import a student component first so that it is available in this functional components from dot slash student components. It is automatically getting populated, so make use of that so that you don't do any spell mistake. And over here in a student.json, what I am going to do it for each student, I am going to call a student component, and in the student components I'm going to pass props equal to my student parameter. It's giving me an error. Let's see like what happens. It is showing that it is not having any empty tag. So once I just give the empty tag, it just goes. And so what I am trying to achieve it is like I'm explaining it again. So over here I am going to achieve that rendering logic is segregating from iterating logic. So over here in student list functional components, I'm iterating the JSON, and in student component, I am rendering it. So this is how your actual React.js code should be in your project and or whatever the applications you are creating. Because this student component would be reusable in somewhere else, and this rendering logic may also will be reusable somewhere else in your applications. So this is the actual way that you have to write your code. So once clicking on save, let me take a look at localhost 3000 and see like what happens. Localhost 3000, enter, and I'm just going to see welcome UID, and yeah. So one thing just want to keep you posted is you see that it is empty. The reason is I have passed the variable over here start and called as a props. So this particular name actually props, right? it has to be properly rendered. So for that, what we need to do is we need to put a close braces and open braces. And right now we are going to take a look at it. It renders and gives you the actual result. Say for example, as I said, I was keep on repeating like this name should be in line with the values that I'm going to give, right? So say for example, I do make a mistake like this. Instead of small caps, I'm just going to give props.move. Over here, you see, after welcome, you don't see any name over here. Instead, it is empty. The reason is you have mentioned the wrong name. So the name over here, which is nothing but in small case name, should be in line with this. So use copy paste and paste it over here. Save it. Right now, you can see the name is getting displayed. So what I'm going to do is, after this, I'm going to right click and click on inspect element. One thing I just want to keep you posted about it, and many of the tutorials or many of the things that you won't come across in framework is over here. It is saying each child in a list should have a unique key prop and it is not present, right? So though it is rendered properly, over here it is throwing me an exception. That is in console it is throwing me an exceptions. This is not making your application as a showstopper, but you also have to take a look at what is this particular issue is and you have to overcome this issue in order that your application should be proper. So what is this and how to resolve this particular issue? We will take a look at this one in next tutorial.